Ruben Amorim makes his feelings very clear to Ineos, telling them to sign him a striker, sign me a striker, sign me a new attacker. He is not happy with the attacking options. Is it Matthias Tell or bust? What is the latest in Matthias Tell? There's links to Douglas Luiz, Leon Bailey. There's also links to Nkuku Tell, the João Felix rumour probably not going to happen. El Bilal Traore. What's the latest on attack? Because surely Ineos are going to bring someone in. Some reports are saying that Ineos are now looking at the centre-back market because Lisandro Martinez is out for the rest of the season. We're also linked to Douglas Luiz, who's a midfielder. And there is footage of Tell's agent on a plane. Some people say the deal's not off. Some people say the deal's off. So I'm going to give you all the latest news in regards to United and tell you who's reliable, who's not reliable, and what's the truth. But Ruben Amorim has made it clear, sign me a new striker. Ruben Amorim's made it clear to Jason Wilcox he wants a new striker before the transfer window closes. He's told Ineos, he's told Wilcox, sign me a new striker. That's what he said to them, because these are the options in attack. Højlund, not in good form. Xerxes, not been good enough. Garnacho, not in good form. And Ahmad. We are at an Ahmad injury away from having a championship level attacking three right now. And I like Xerxes, and I like Garnacho, and I like Højlund all individually. But they're young, they're raw, they're not informed. Some of them don't suit the system. It is poor at the moment. It is poor. And I think these attackers are better than they're playing. And I think, with, maybe wing backs coming in a more attacking approach, I do think that, these players are better than they've been playing. But this is not a good enough attack. That's 4 options. That's 1 injury away from having nobody to come off the bench and attack. We're struggling to score goals as it is. Maino's playing as number 9. We cannot go into the season with those as our options. Because I know we're writing off the season, but we don't want to get relegated. I don't think we'll get relegated, but it's a possibility. Because if you can't score goals and Leach, who was your best goal scorer in the last couple of games in open play, what are we expecting? Ruben Amorim has made it clear to Ineos that he needs some attacking players, particularly a striker, as he does not rate Højlund or Xerxes. While Amorim would be happy with a number 10 signing to bolster the attack, he is pleading Ineos to sign a striker. He wants a striker, he wants a 10, he wants an attacker. Ruben Amorim is making it clear, sign me a new striker. He's made it clear to Ineos. Are they, though? Who knows? Because Simon Stone said this, Manchester United are in a tricky situation. They have been condemned as a club for overpaying on players of limited quality. Their current squad clearly is deficient in a number of areas. So do they push to sign someone taking a chance it does not work out, thereby getting more criticism for following the same path as before, or do they stick with what they have and get criticised for not spending? Now, I like Simon Stone, very credible journalist, but he's briefed from the mouth. Man United have definitely told Simon Stone to put this out. This is an Ineos brief. Ineos have probably briefed Simon Stone this. This is the situation. Put this information out. This is Ineos PR spend. This is Ineos getting ready to make the fans know that nobody's coming in January and we're going to leave Ruben Amorim with those attacking options. And they're putting out pieces like we won't overspend. There's a difference between doing a panic loan deal on deadline day and spending 85 million on Antony. Spending 85 million on Antony is overspending. Spending 72 million on Højlund is overspending because we didn't need to do that. Elise was there for 35 million. Gakpo was there for 30 million. We overspent 85 million on Antony. But spending 72 million on Rasmus Højlund was overspending. We didn't need to spend that kind of money. Panic loan is different. I don't want Man United to overspend. If Man United will go in and put in £90 million bids on Matoma, I'd be saying, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? I'd be saying, what are you doing? But we're not. I'm happy to do a panic loan deal. The difference between overspending and panic loan deals, and in this situation with those attacking options, we need to do a panic loan deal. These are some of the players that are available that United could look at. Jamie Jackson said this, it's very unlikely that United can revive any deal for Matthias Tell, although some sources are saying otherwise, so we're going to dive into that in a second. United interested in Douglas Luiz, but the prospect of any agreement with Juventus is not close. Cool, Douglas Luiz, good addition, but no, we need a striker and then a left centre-back. And Manchester United turned down an approach from Como for 18-year-old Bean Chiri. Well, maybe Bean Chiri and Obi Martin are going to be coming into the squad because a big injury, and I think it will be Bean Chiri or Obi Martin on the bench. Samuel Larkhurst also basically said what Simon Stone said, that United adamant they will not make a panic buy before the transfer window shuts at 11 p.m. tonight. No prospective deal is currently developing, and sources have stressed United have no intention of recruiting any short-term stopgap player who would compromise the club's budget in the summer. Bringing someone in on a panic loan is going to change the budget by 3-4 million. A panic loan, because we're still in the Europa League, we could still win silverware, and let's hope we can finish in the top half of the table. João Felix, I'm open to that. Look, there's a difference between overspending and spending 78 million. There is reports now coming out that Tell's on his way to Tottenham, and Bayern have told him you've got to leave permanently and go to Tottenham or not at all. So it looks like Tell could be going to Tottenham. Man United are adamant they will not make a panic buy before the transfer window shuts at 11 p.m. tonight. No prospective deal is currently developing, and sources have stressed United have no intention of recruiting any short-term stopgap players. I'm happy that we're not recruiting short-term stopgap players. I'm happy with that. But we need a 6-month loan and attack because we just need a body. We just need a number. If we want to spend 70, 80, 90 million a time, I'd be thinking now, wait till summer. But a short gap loan, for me, absolute joke. Anyway, I like this by Jack Talbot. Understand the PSR factor, but Ineos have landed Man United in this mess with one of the worst summer windows in recent memories. This speaks to me like they won't get relegated and the season is just a write-off, so leave it. That's what it says to me. I don't think it was one of the worst windows. I just think it became the worst window because we sacked the manager. Had Ten Hag stayed and been successful, it's a different story, but it's a bad window in the summer because half of these players we brought in, we wouldn't have brought in if we just sacked Ten Hag in the summer like we should have. To sack Ten Hag 2 months after spending all that money has made it a waste. Like Ugarte probably won't be a waste. Euro won't be a waste. But there's question marks over Xerxes. De Ligt's been all right, but it's not been groundbreaking. Do you know what I mean? And Mazraoui's, I think, is all right, but doesn't suit Amorim's system. So, there's a few question marks about it as well. But there's a lot of talk now going on that Matthias Tel is set to go to Spurs. It was said by Melissa Reddy, it'll be interesting to see if Manchester United act on other checks they've made during the window, like Aston Villa's Leon Bailey. The club have canvassed domestic and European options for a forward through the winter market, but have also been conscious of not repeating recruitment mistakes of the past. The fact that we've got 3 sources all coming out saying United might not do anything because they don't want to repeat recruitment mistakes of the past says to me that United aren't going to do anything, and they've briefed this to the media. I believe there's been a media brief because Ineos aren't doing anything. I believe we're not signing Tel. I don't believe we're signing anyone. And that's why we've got 4 or 5 sources of information saying United don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. That's why they're not doing anything. They'll be criticised if they do something, and then they'll be criticised if they don't do anything. But there's panic loan deals there to be done. I just think we need another body. I think all these reports coming out is basically confirmation that we're probably not doing anything. This is the annoying situation with the Tel story. Bayern agreed with Frankfurt on dry loan. Tel rejected, wanted to stay. Tel decided to leave Bayern. Spurs agreed 60 million deal, then Tel rejected. Bayern now only want permanent deal and rejected 2 loans from United and Arsenal. Tel himself had agreed to join Manchester United. Bayern Munich have now decided we're not going to loan him to Man United because we want to get rid of him on a permanent. That's the situation. Yep, the news has just broke. Matthias Tel is joining Tottenham. And guess what? It said straight loan, no buy option. Why aren't we doing a loan? We were told the reason we're not getting Tel is because Bayern want an option to buy. It wasn't a straight loan. Tottenham have got Tel on a loan. If that's all we wanted, we agreed to deal with Tel. So unless it's agent driven, or what have we done? Because Tel rejected Tottenham because he wanted Manchester United. And Man United, we can't get Tel because it's a straight loan. It's not a straight loan. That's what Man United's excuse for not getting Tel is not a straight loan, but they've done a straight loan with no buy option. Man United is saying the reason we can't get Tel is because they want a buy option. So either it's agent driven, or Man United just can't be bothered to spend any money and are willing to let Rashford go and not replace him, which is an absolute joke because Tel has now officially joined Tottenham. Disgrace. There's also talk of Chelsea wanting to make a late move for Garnacho. Imagine using Rashford, Garnacho and Antony in one window and not replacing them. You're going to have to give us 100 million if you want him. There's talk about Nkuku, and it's been confirmed that Nkuku will stay at the bridge. So David Ornstein's confirmed that Nkuku's not coming to United. It's now been confirmed that Tel is going to Tottenham. Who the hell are we going to bring in? Who the hell are we going to bring in? What, Leon Bailey? But that's not really going to improve us. He hasn't scored a goal this season. He's a winger. He's not a 10. Poor Ruben Amorim. Because I get not going for Tel if it's an obligation to buy and you don't want to do a permanent deal, but a loan with no option. We need a body. We need another attacker. I know that we need someone more experienced. And Tel wanted us over Tottenham. So was it agent driven, or we decided not to spend the money even though we lost Rashford? I don't know. We got reports saying that Rashford will never play for Man United again. He's had a big fallout with the club. That was, all of that. Jamie Jackson said that even if Amorim's sacked, Rashford won't play for Man United again. There's no recall clause in his Aston Villa loan. United want him to leave permanently. Martinez's injury is going to have him out to the end of the season. Harry Amas, Man United looked for loan deals but couldn't find one, so he's staying till the end of the season. Is also news coming out. But Matthias Tel, I think going to Tottenham is a huge blow. A huge blow, and that broke about 2 minutes into this video. So the intro will probably be like, "Oh, will we get Tel? Well, we won't get Tel. Well, we won't get Tel now because of mid-recording, Tel's going to Tottenham." So I don't know who we're going to sign. But I think the fact the last few hours we're putting out briefs, for me, it was because they knew we weren't getting Tell. Was it agent driven? I'm not sure. Man City have signed someone. Yeah, what a joke. What an absolute joke, eh? Because it's not even like there's an option to buy or an obligation to buy. It was a straight loan. And all I want is a straight loan because we just need another body in attack with Finn. Whatever.